we're going to go to section 9, but I would like to call Attorney Ballard. We had asked for some research into criteria on merit systems, and she's going to give us a little background that she has researched for the commission. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Am I on?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
So the commission had wanted to know what other states similar to Arkansas have implemented. And as you're aware, I'm sure, there's a number of states that have hybrid systems of recreational and medical. So, and a lot of states that just went medical recently. So those systems were kind of varied. There's basically 3 systems that are used. There's a strict lottery system, which is employed, I believe, just the one state. I think it's only in Arizona. There are merit-based systems, which are similar to what you see in these rules. And there are hybrid. They're called, I believe, I'm trying to remember how they define those. Qualified lottery is how they designate that. Washington is a qualified lottery state. Many other states are strict merit-based, and that was sort of the, I think, the inspiration of some of the merit-based criteria. So it varies from state to state on how they employ that. But if you have any specific questions about those systems.
You know, our concern, and we voted, and of course these are just draft regulations, but we want to be fair and we want to have all the information to make the right decision for the state of Arkansas. And one of the things is that we know that some people feel that a merit-based system can be subjective and can lead to other issues. But we have to have some criteria to make sure, as Commissioner Story said, that people are prepared to run these cultivation facilities. And so we just wanted to kind of get a feel of what have been some of the issues with the merit-based system as we develop our hybrid type merit-based system here, and what has worked and what hasn't worked. You know, the lottery to me is you know, that's by chance, and I think it's too big of a deal to take it by chance. That's my opinion. The other commissioners may have an opinion in that.
Well, I certainly can't speak for the states themselves, but I can tell you, especially in a system like this where you have cultivation facility licenses and dispensaries, some states have hybrid of those. In the states where they're 2 separate, and in the states where you have a limited number of licenses, that's where some of these merit criteria that come up. The cultivation facilities, especially in Arkansas, having 4 to 8, I think it's been just settled 5, that limits the number we can have, and obviously those are going to be the facilities that are, you know, providing all of this product to these different dispensaries, however many we decide to go on with that. Several states have done several different things. I think you can look to New York, Illinois, I believe also. They have systems of merit-based. Hawaii is a smaller one that has a merit-based system. Places like New York and Illinois also incorporate a bond element, or the way that typically works is the state decides a certain number of assets are required to show that you are ready and willing to get off the ground and get this started. In the alternative, you could provide a bond if you did not have access to those kind of assets. I believe in New York and Illinois, I believe it's $2 million. For New York, you have to have access to $2 million. It would not necessarily need to be cash. It could be real estate, other inventory, or you could post the surety bond of $2 million. In Illinois, they require $2 million, I believe $2 million cash assets, or a bond, and that's how they deal with
something
that.
of a minimum requirement?
That is actually, that's
part of a
incorporated.
minimum requirement, as Commissioner Story said, some of this would have to go under minimum required before their application can even be completed, and then we wouldn't have such a big problem with people turning in their application fees and worrying about getting the money back if they.
Right. I believe that's incorporated into the minimum requirement. Each one of the merit-based systems does have a rubric and wants to see a business plan and to know what you have available to you to develop your business, but I believe for those states in particular, it's a minimum requirement.